Jayson, your reaction when Jaylen Brown's name was called, he seemed surprised. Everybody seemed very excited for him. What was that moment like for him?
No, that was special. Big time to be rewarded for, how you play. And, that's a special accomplishment for him and for everybody.
And obviously going back to the finals, special accomplishment for you guys. Is there a difference? Is it kind of like the same type of emotions? What's that like for you?
It's special, right? Even though we've been there before, most of us have. You don't take it for granted, right? We were excited. It was a hell of a team we just played. They made us earn every single game, and we're extremely grateful to move on to the finals.
Jayson, all season you guys have talked about the importance of not overreacting to wins or losses, sort of staying mild-mannered. How much do you think that's helped you get to this point, and how important is the balance of keeping that, knowing that this is an amazing accomplishment, but there's still more work to do?
Yeah, I mean, the playoffs is like an emotional roller coaster, and trying to find a balance right in between the wins and the losses, trying to stay even-keeled throughout the entire, however long you're playing, is important. The team that does that the best usually has a lot of success.
Jayson, Jaylen's big play at the end to win it. It's the block, pass. He's known as a scorer. So, I mean, for you watching him, someone that you've grown with your whole career, how much did it mean that in that big moment what defined his impact on the game was that pass?
No, that was special. We talked about it before. As a team, however long it takes, whatever we got to do to make sure that we move on in advance.
Jayson, obviously, there's obviously a lot that's happened since you guys were last in this position a couple of years ago. As a group, for you and Jaylen, the guys who've been here, like, what is different about you guys specifically in terms of growth over the last couple of years, and how do you think that will help you get the 4 wins you're looking for over the next few weeks?
Learning from our experience, right? That playoff run was a lot of up and downs. Obviously we fell short of the ultimate goal last year, lost in the conference finals. So I think, we've just applied everything that we've learned to this season, this postseason, and, it's been working really well.
Jayson, I think it's safe to say we can add two-way shots to this list of clutch moments. What's it like for you having a guy on the team that you can trust in the shot like that?
No, that was big. D. White is a big-time player, you're right, and especially in that moment, it's a lot on the line, pressure. But, we trust him. JB made the right pass, and D. White knocked down a hell of a shot.
Jay.
The knock on you guys in the past was often, can you close out tough games when it's crunch time? And this series, we're in trouble 3 of these 4 games. What has gone into the evolution there over the years, and what did you lean on to come back in those 3 games?
Just being decisive, understanding, watching a lot of film, knowing the things that we want to run in those late game situations, and being able to apply it and having carryover from film sessions and practice and shoot-arounds and things like that.
Jayson, Derek highlighted the championship stations that Joe has kind of run you guys through. What about those do you think has helped set you guys up to be at this championship stage that you're about to embark on?
It's the little things that we talk about that, can help you win a championship. Defensive rebounding, crashing the glass on offense, communicating, and, just little things we do every single day that, can take you a long way.
Jayson, to your last point, the game was so tight throughout the second half, and there you are, 5 minutes to go and under, battling with Turner, among others, on the block. As your game has evolved more and more, how much do you relish a physical challenge like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's the playoffs, and, in that moment, is like I say it all the time, every press conference is do whatever it takes to help the team win and for us to advance.
Thanks, Jayson.
John?
Al, the emotion, we know you're up 3-0, everybody expected this, but when that final buzzer sounds, you really kind of let out, you had the big smile on your face, you let out that emotion. What was that moment like you're going back to the finals?
Man, John, it was just overwhelming, just a lot of joy, very grateful to be in this position. And, just just glory to the Lord. Looking at my teammates, looking at everybody, my son and my wife there, my dad, found them over in the crowd, and just a lot. That was just a grinded out type of game. It was a hard game. A lot of credit to the Pacers. Just a team that just did not quit. Their fight is unbelievable. They didn't make excuses. They continued to play, and they pushed us. They pushed us to the edge.
What are your thoughts on Jaylen getting the recognition of that East Finals MVP award and his performance throughout the series?
Yeah, I think it's great. Jaylen deserves it. Has really been playing so well this year. You can see the improvement in his game, his growth, and this is something that we're all celebrating with him, and it's very well deserved.
Jaylen has wanted to be known as a defender, as a playmaker, more than being a scorer. How have you seen him kind of define his game and his career by more than scoring? And how did that final minute with that big play kind of epitomize his growth?
Yeah, that summarized it there. Just a big time play. But to your point and his point, it's he's impacting the game not only on offense but on defense, and he's doing it at a very high level. And we ask a lot of him. Tonight, he started out guarding Nemhard, and then he switched up to Siakam, and then he was probably on Turner. He was on different people, just, all over. And that versatility is what makes us so tough as a team, I think, because we have multiple guys that can do that, and Jaylen does it at a very high level.
Al, 1 year ago today, D. White gets the tip in against Miami. You guys have one more game to play after that. Tonight he gets the 3. You guys have no more games to play. What's the difference in the emotions between those 2 nights?
Man, that Miami one was, kind of surreal at that moment, at that time, and very overwhelming. And with this one, it just felt so good. D. White is the type of player that he's made for those type moments. I feel like he really relishes that, and it was a great play, and he just finished it. And for us, obviously we're just we're not satisfied, and we're enjoying this one tonight. But we different than last year. I feel like our mindset is very clear. We understand what we need to do. We need to finish this.
Yeah, Al, you just kind of mentioned it, but just how different is this experience from 2 years ago? What did you maybe learn from that first finals run that you could kind of apply?
I think the first final was very, very challenging. If you look at our route, that first round series against Brooklyn, it was a hard-fought series, even though that we swept them. And then 7-game series against Milwaukee, the champs, took them to the limit, and then right away 7-game series against Miami. Literally 2-3 days off, having to play Golden State in the finals. So it was a lot for our group. It was very overwhelming, and I felt like we were trying to catch on the whole time there. And now, we've put ourselves in a position in the regular season to have home court advantage, to be in this position, and with these series, we're taking advantage of the opportunities and playing them out the right way. So. I feel like we're, more mature, obviously, and we're in a better place.
Al, you logged 40 minutes twice in this series. As you embark on another finals run, how do you balance the mental side, the experiences you've gained with that physical toll?
It's I'm just grateful to be in this position, and in the summertime, getting prepared. Really working hard in the weight room, on the court, in Atlanta, doing my individual workouts, and really getting after it on the court, in the weight room, conditioning, all the things building up for this. And then once I get to the preseason in Boston, it's the same thing, continuing to do that, continuing to be consistent, and throughout the year it's the same way. So I feel like I've prepared my body and myself to be in this position, and even though it is hard, but this is something that that I welcome. I welcome this feeling.
Final couple questions, Dan, then Bobby.
Al, speaking of that, you guys have checked a lot of boxes, as you mentioned, along the way here. I think you're 12-2 now in the postseason. 7-0 on the road, somewhere around there, and then you're 3-0 in series clinching games. What does all that lead to now in your mind, getting your mindset ready for Game 1 of the NBA Finals with what you're trying to do as a group?
Yeah, I mean, that's, it's been good for us, but ultimately, when we start the finals, we started back up again, and we understand that it's a new challenge. It's a different situation, and I'm just excited to be in this position, have this opportunity.
Al, you averaged nearly 35 minutes, 13 points, and 8 rebounds in this series. You've really taken on a huge load since Kristaps went down. What's been your mindset and just pairing that with your preparation to be able to step up when needed even more in his absence? Just continuing to do anything I can to impact winning. That's always been my focus, and trying to help the team in different ways, defensively, offensively. If I have to, shoot the ball because that's what's called of me, that's what I'm going to do. If I have to pass it, like tonight, I felt like I had to distribute a little more and make sure that I got the ball in other guys' hands. And for me, it's whatever it takes. I really just want to win, and we have a group that it's that way as well, and it just makes everything so easy for us.